Look, I just want to bottom line it. You cannot cut $1 trillion from the healthcare system, which is what happened in the big brutal bill. You cannot suck $1 trillion out of the healthcare system and not impact people. And I represent an overwhelmingly rural state of Vermont. We're already having a difficult time keeping rural healthcare facilities open. Rural people have worse health outcomes than folks who live in the suburbs, who live in urban areas. Higher rates of chronic disease, higher blood pressure, diabetes, heart disease, cancer, stroke, injury-related deaths. It's already bad. And now they're going after the ACA subsidies that enable people to get health care. And I always say to my constituents, I don't care who you voted for. I don't care if you like me. I'm still going to show up and fight for your health care. And that's the piece of this that is so craven and cruel, that in rural districts across this country, their representatives are not standing up for them. And Ms. Brous, I want to thank you for being here and all the work that you do. Tell me, in your vast experience, what is it going to look like in rural America for those patients when they're trying to get health care after these cuts go through?
I mean, how many of them have any kind of an underlying chronic condition that they take any kind of medication for whatsoever? Because if they take even a blood pressure medicine and see a cardiologist, it's going to go to the wayside. It's not going to happen. And the closest hospital that they would go to if they have a cardiac event is likely going to close. And then they're going to need to be life-starred to a level 1. And then in transit, what will happen? Nothing good, right?
Nothing good.
Nothing good. So if they're actively having a stroke, then that person becomes potentially paralyzed. And then why don't you start tallying up the healthcare that goes along with that?
Yeah.
So we see patients in our hospital that everything from stabbing and gunshots to farmers who have their mechanical equipment roll over on them with crush injury.
That's right.
So we see them all. We need to stabilize them, determine whether they're appropriate to stay in our hospital, and if not, life-star them out.
Yeah.
They get on a helicopter and they go. So what if we close?
That's right.
Then what?
Yeah. Yeah. That's exactly it. And so, look, it doesn't have to be this way. It really doesn't have to be this way. And all of the nurses and the doctors and everyone that is speaking out right now, I want voters across this country to think about it. Who do you trust? Do you trust the nurses and the doctors who are showing up for you, who are raising the alarm? Or are you going to trust the people that rolled over for the billionaires so they could have a tax cut while you're getting screwed over? Thank you. I yield back.